because I'm a typical teacher. I want to get where everybody can see me. It was probably about a month ago that Wanda Sandling asked me to speak today. And of course, you know, high school teachers, I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. And I'm like, I just got to get semester exams done, you know. And then I thought, okay, now I just got to get Christmas done. And I thought, well, the Mayans say the world's going to end on the 21st anyway, so probably won't even speak. And we're still here, and they were wrong, so happy New Year. And so I started getting serious about this and thinking, okay, I really got to start thinking about what I want to say, and I just didn't know what to expect or anything. So I started just thinking back. It's been, it'll be 11 years next month that I was diagnosed with cancer. And I thought this, you know, I can't say, I don't know, I've been told that that's one of the greatest fears of adults is public speaking. But, you know, I think that's kind of your responsibility too, when you've gone through this battle, is to talk and to share. But I was really glad that Wanda asked me to do this, because it made me go back and think and remember things that I just didn't want to forget. So I was like, okay, God, you got to show me something here. What do you want me to say? You know, and I kind of left it all up to Him, and I was going a million different directions. I had so many memories about how my friends had helped me, and how the American Cancer Society had helped me, today I was watching TV as I was getting ready, so I brought my Bible. I'm not going to preach, but Dr. Charles Stanley was on, and he started talking about friends. I don't know if anybody saw it or not, but and so I started taking notes, and I thought, there you go, there's my answer. And he talked about how friends help you get through things and things like that. So I'm like, okay, now I've got to focus about how my friends help me get through things. Well, then I went to church, and this was the title of the pastor's sermon. And he says, learning by looking back. And so it just kind of all came together just this morning, even though I had a month to get ready. I just got this ready this morning, you know, where it all came together in my mind. So I'm going to read one of my favorite verses to you. This is in Psalms 55, 18. My Christmas present was contacts too, so bear with me, because I haven't figured them out yet. It says, He hath delivered my soul in peace from the battle that was against me, for there were many with me. And I don't know who all stood up as survivors, but I know I speak for all of you when I say there were a lot of people with you, and those people are you. Tammy and I were just talking, and she was saying, oh, I've got this meeting, and I've got this meeting, I've got this meeting, I've got to get kids to ball practice, and we've got a meeting after school every day this week, and I know it is so easy to say, I'm just too busy. Or to say, you know, little Fulton doesn't really matter. They got these big cities with all these big things. But all the awards and all kind of show that it does matter.
Yes, it does.
So here's some things that you all, as you put in your time and you give up your Sunday afternoons and you go to all the fundraisers. Everybody's getting texts at the same time.
The devil is alive.
That's okay.
Same person. Thank you.
Tell them I said hello. No. Here are three things I thought about this morning, which you all did for me. First off, before I was ever had that title survivor, you educated me. My doctor knew that I had a strong family history of breast cancer. My mother was diagnosed at 52. Her mother, well, we'll soon celebrate her 101st birthday, but her mother's sister was diagnosed with breast cancer at a very early age, so I'm the third generation. But you know, I was young, 38 years old. I'm like, oh, I don't have to worry about this. My doctor grabbed me by the shoulders and said, you've got to be serious. You cannot take this lightly. You've got to be smart, and you've got to be educated. And he really put some fear into me. All over his office were things that from the American Cancer Society. He had all this information to give me teach me to be smart. That was in late November that year. I was diagnosed in February because I found alone. And had he not educated me, I probably would not be here today. Hosea 4:6 says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. And I think God made us smart. I know he made us smart. He made us decision makers. He didn't make us puppets. And we've got to be smart, and we've got to take responsibility. We've got to make the decision to go get those mammograms and go to your doctor and be educated. Every year, I take the senior girls from the high school, and we go to Parkway, or we have gone to different hospitals, and we go through the mammogram department. Girls get an opportunity to ask questions. They see that machine that looks kind of scary, but hopefully we relieve a little bit of the fear of the unknown, because I know chances are, out of every group of girls that go through there, one of them is going to have the title of survivor one day. And if not them personally, then they will either have moms or sisters or somebody. And so, if we've got to be smart, we've got to be educated. Second is you encouraged me. The minute, I would say within 2 days of being diagnosed, I had a flood of support from my friends, my family, my church, and from other survivors. So if you're a survivor here, I encourage you, don't keep that to yourself. That's an awesome witnessing tool to be able to look somebody in the eye and say, I know where you are, and I'm here to help you. My uncle called me. I hadn't seen him in years when I was diagnosed, and he was like, I know what you need to do. You need to take vitamin C, massive doses of vitamin C. And I was like, what are you talking about, vitamin C? And he had the best of intentions. He didn't know what to say to me. And I just kind of said, okay, thank you, But then when I had women who came to me and said, look, I've been there. I've had the surgery. I've gone through the chemo. I've been diagnosed. I've faced your fears. Those were the people that made a difference. And so if you're a survivor, just, share that. One day, it's probably been 5 years, I was on my way to work, and I'm driving in, and I'm listening to Focus on the Family. And the man that's talking on there said, scars. He was talking about scars, and he said a lot of people look at scars and they say that's a sign of pain. And he said, oh no. He said, a scar is a sign of healing.
Amen.
And he said, and that is your witnessing tool to go out and say, I know what I've got scars. I know what it's like. And so what you all did for me, and it may not have been you personally, but with the actions and all the fundraisers and things that you do, you educated me and you encouraged me and you prayed for me. And everything that you do, I truly believe that is when I stopped hurting and started healing, is when people pray for me. And it's just amazing to see what God can do.
Yes, you can.
So, every piece of chicken that you fry, and every scoop of ice cream that you serve, and every piece of pizza that you serve, and every meeting that you go to, all the fundraising and everything, just bathe it in prayer. And just, sit back and let God be God again, and you'll just be amazed at what He's done and what He can do. This is hard for me to talk about, as you can probably tell. And it's not because it's sad, it's because it's passion. And I think you all share that passion, or you wouldn't be here today. And I just want to tell you it's an honor and a privilege to get to stand before you and talk to you. And I appreciate you so much. And I speak from all the survivors that we know what you're doing. We appreciate it.
Thank you.